Clippers Suns matchup. Y'all guys know Kevin Durant's my guy. I've been thinking and thinking throughout the past month or two who I'm rooting for in the
Full
playoffs, and
circle.
it's official. I am not a fan, but I will be rooting for the Phoenix Suns, and my there will be no bias in this take, but I will be picking the Phoenix Suns to defeat the Los Angeles Clippers in 5 games. And I was thinking maybe
Wow.
a lot, and that's with the notion that Paul George doesn't come back this series.
Right.
So so I've been thinking about this matchup a lot, and I've been watching the Clips a lot the past month or so, Suns as well. And I just don't think the Russell Westbrook, because they're still, I'm like the Clippers are still not even sure about it, even though he's playing a lot better than he's played on the Lakers. The Clippers are still not all the way sure about it because there's games where I've seen Russ start off hot and then he'll cool off with a lot of turnovers, bad shots, and then they're not playing him in the second half. They're playing Terrence Mann, and they're letting Terrence Mann close a lot of those lineups. So I think the Russell Westbrook factor will be a part of the reason why I'm docking off what I think the Clippers could do in the playoffs, and I think they'll be able to. I don't think he'll be able to run on that, even though they don't have a great defense and they don't have a great defense or nothing like that. But I don't think Russell Westbrook is going to run wild on that Suns team. So you got Kawhi Leonard versus Kevin Durant, superstar matchup. Both very good two-way players, very good efficient two-way players. Play good defense. Well, one plays elite defense. And then another, I think, plays better defense than a lot of people think he plays. But you could say solid. One plays solid defense. One plays elite defense. Whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I think like both efficiency monsters on the offensive side of the court. I think Kevin Durant wins that matchup. They faced each other a lot regular season playoffs. I think Kevin Durant has the advantage 3-2 or 3-1, one of the two.
Hmm.
They faced each other a lot in the playoffs, both having success against each other. But I think Kevin Durant's gonna win that matchup. And then like is Kawhi like having to carry like it's a very good roster. Don't get me wrong, but it's like where am I getting the points from the Clippers? Norman Powell probably be the two, but he's even streaky. He has his days where he's hot. When he's hot, he's hot. But when he's cold, and he takes some very erratic shots. And I see a lot of times where that Clippers offense freezes Kawhi Leonard out the game where he's not touching the ball. So that's things Ty Lue's gonna have to adjust on. Like Kawhi Leonard's gonna have to dominate that ball. They're gonna need a series where Kawhi, like when he played the Mavs, when it was
Hmm.
Luca versus Kawhi, that one, he's going to need us where he's dominating the ball like that in order for them to have a chance.
Yeah.
They have a good roster, but they don't have like shot creators and like people that are getting their own shot on a regular. I feel like outside of Kawhi and PG, and the whole PG thing, not PG not being there, that's too much of a loss. If PG was playing, I might go pick him 7 games. That's how much of a factor I think PG would be on that series. I might go pick him maybe Suns in 7. But without him, I think the Clippers will keep the games competitive, but ultimately the Suns will run away. Devin Booker is Devin Booker. That's a nuclear bomb on the offensive end, and you can't double him now because you have Kevin Durant. So it's like, whew. Chris Paul, they're like I've seen a lot of games now too where they're leaving Chris Paul open and he's just knocking down those shots left and right.
Hmm.
Ayton is an X factor where they may go small and try to stretch, like they may try to go small, like a small ball lineup by maybe Marcus Morris or something at the 5, whoever the case may be.
Yeah.
Stretch Ayton out like the Mavs did and expose him. But even then, I don't think it will work with as much success as they think it will. And I think Kevin Durant's very versatile. He'll help solve some of that as well. I don't see a situation in where the Clippers to win that series. So I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna go Suns in five.
Hmm.
I'll
Yeah, you
go.
can go.
So I got the Suns in four. I think,
Oh wow,
I think I think it's going to be a sweep, and for
wow.
a lot of the reasons you said, and I think I do think their best chance is to go small. I think their best chance is to have Markieff Morris at the five, have Batum, Kawhi play up front, and then Norman Powell and Russell Westbrook. I think that's going to be the best lineup and their best chance of winning. However, I think Kevin Durant is going to alleviate some of that, like the deficiency that DeAndre Ayton has, because
Yeah,
he's long and defensively he can move. Kevin Durant is, like you said, he's a good defender. I think he's an elite defender, actually, in my opinion. So
agree.
I don't think I don't if Paul George is playing, I'll be like Clippers, and I think I'll go Clippers, but I don't see this series being close. Unfortunately, I think their best chance is Russell Westbrook going Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook, and no matter if he makes mistakes, whatever, I think their best chance is him attacking Chris Paul every opportunity, like just going at his chest and just causing foul troubles for Chris Paul. I think that's their best chance. However, you run the risk of Russell Westbrook turning the ball over, doing erratic things, doing craziness, and I think that's gonna lead to their demise. And I see the games being competitive, like you. I do see all of the games being competitive, but Phoenix just has too much, right? Without Paul George, so I got to sweep. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna go the distance at all. I don't even think Clippers could get a game.
Yeah,
Damn.
mm, yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's unfortunate because Paul George is not playing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to Suns. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Suns as well. I don't really need to regurgitate all y'all points, but yeah, I'm gonna go to Suns and like, yeah, I go Suns and like maybe, yeah, I go five.
Five.
Yeah, and that's what,
So you
yeah, because like I've been think it's like I was actually leaning towards going Clippers
Mhm.
because even with Paul George out, interesting enough, um, because like the Clippers team is more balanced in a sense.
Deep. They're deeper.
They're deep,
Yeah.
you know, Man, Highland, there because the weakness because the thing that nobody's really mentioning about the Suns is really their backcourt on the defensive end. You guys are
Uh,
really focusing on the back on the front court, but the Suns' weakness is I'm a Devin Booker guy. He's not no defender. He's
no
not
defender, of
stopping.
course.
He's
Yeah.
not stopping anybody. Chris Paul is definitely not stopping anybody. That's their weakness. You guys mentioned
Right.
Russell Westbrook. I think the Clippers have faith. They have faith in him to do what he does. But the whole point of Russell Westbrook, his kryptonite has always been his career is coaching. If he has the right coach that can just stop him in his tracks and reel him back, you may get the best out of him. And when you start seeing him like getting, out of hand, you can reel him back, put other guys. You have other guys at the guard, Terrence Mann, Bones Highland. They call him Bones, so I'll say Bones Highland. So they got Highland, yeah,
Bones.
Bones Highland,
Yeah, Bones.
whatever. They got Bones Highland, you know, on the front end. I mean, you got Eric Gordon. He's a veteran. He can hit you a couple of threes every now and then. He give you little spurts here and there. You know, Cummins.
I
Yeah, go
also,
ahead.
real quick, I think my
No, go ahead.
bad,
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Go
That Eric Gordon for Luke Kennard trade was horrible
ahead.
because now Kennard is a big factor on the
hmm
Grizzlies, and Eric Gordon, he's decent on the Clippers, but that was so stupid
Yeah,
what he
that was
did.
like a three-way trade, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Two way
yeah.
trade.
yeah,
It's
son,
about
yeah.
hmm So Norman Powell, hot. So you got two guys that are streaky. And then Marcus Morris, he's another one. He's low key streaky at times too. So they have a
Very.
lot of guys that are streaky. So it's like the thing with them is like one guy can go hot and somebody else fills in. That's the strength of the Clippers. Um, but I don't know if that's gonna really trump the consistencies of the Suns. Nah, screw it. I just talked myself into it. I'm going Clippers, opposite end. I'm going Clippers
Ooh.
in 7. I'm going Clippers in
Mm.
7. Yeah,
Mm.
I talked myself into it.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm going Clippers.
I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
like
talked
that.
myself
Okay.
right into it. Yeah, Clippers in 7.
Clippers.
Yeah, because while y'all was thinking, I'm thinking about all the things y'all saying. I'm thinking and basically what I was saying was going on in my head the entire time. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go Clippers in 7. And
I do agree with
with or without Paul George, I'm going Clippers in 7. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I do agree with you on the
Mm.
backcourt of Phoenix. I
Yeah.
think they could be attacked,
Mhm.
and I think that's the Clippers' best
Yeah,
chance.
that's their
I
best
really
chance.
agree.
That's their best
Yeah,
chance.
That's their. My only thing is like, do I trust Russ to do that consistently for 7? Even Bones, like he'll give you a nice 15, man, to give you a nice 20, but can they do that 7 games?
Nah, I
It's a
don't
game.
expect him.
Put
Right.
pressure on that.
Nah, he will.
That's my whole
Nah,
thing.
Russ. You can count on Russ to do this. He will always put pressure. The only thing is, will the pressure convert into like efficient
Yeah,
points? Yeah, he will always put pressure. But that can always like open the
yeah.
door for somebody to go hot on the corners for 3. That can help. If he's like putting pressure and he's killing, then that's gonna be a problem. Um, you know, for the Suns in a sense, Kevin Durant's Kevin Durant. I've seen him go off and lose a series. Like I've seen him really go off in that
100%.
Buck series. Like he was doing his thing, and Giannis is like, nah, son, sorry. You know,
Pause.
Kawhi he has the potential to do the same thing. It's like they can go tit for tat with each other. But KD is KD. Ayton, I think another reason why I talked myself out of it, I don't believe Ayton. I'm done. Like I was already done. Once I saw Luka do what he did to him, I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like I'm done. And then the Suns wanted to get rid of him and stuff like that. So that's still in the back end, in the back of I think management's mind and probably Ayton's mind. If I'm Ayton, this will be the time to prove yourself. If I'm him, this is the time to prove yourself because who's stopping you? Nobody's stopping you. I'm gonna have to give you the Carl Anthony treatment. Who's stopping you? Because you have Booker, KD. You're the third guy. Chris Paul is just Chris Paul now. You can't call him CP3. He's no longer that. I might even say CP0. I might even do that. He's just Chris. That's it. Like or the State Farm guy, whatever his name is. That's who he is. Cliff. He's Cliff.